ready to make their way out onto the track. This is the way they will go. Number 25 of Tyler Collette. He'll be inside row number 1. Outside him, that'll be Tim Greenfield. In the number 73T. Row number 2 to the inside, the 111 AJ St. Mary, the 111K, I should say, of AJ St. Mary. Travis Berkman's in the number 88 machine. Steve Smith, last week's feature winner, the 16 ride. He'll be inside row number 3. And outside him, that will be Terry Rogers in the 61. Well, we're going to remain under caution here. We got some debris at the bottom of turn number 1. So safety crew very quickly going to make their way over into turn number 1. Debris actually at the bottom of turn is number 2, just inside the apex of the turn. So very quickly, track crew getting over there, getting that off the racetrack. So when we get these guys fired up, should be the next time around in the green with our first heat of 2 for the Marshall Gibbons TLC Real Estate Understock Division. Again, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight on DirtTrackDigest.tv. You're watching the races from the Can-Am Speedway, Lafargeville, New York. We're about a few miles south of the St. Lawrence River, right here in the heart of the Thousand Islands. You guys welcome to join us sometime in the North Country. Got the beautiful St. Lawrence River just above us, just to our east. We have the Adirondack Mountains, and just to the west, Lake Ontario. It's a beautiful spot to be in. Come on up and join us on Friday night and spend the weekend here in the North Country. We'll go to green. They're going to stack them up 3 wide in a hurry as they work into turn number 1 and 2. Collette got shuffled out of line. AJ St. Mary right in the middle of the racetrack. They work out turn number 2. Travis Berkman's going to go to the outside as they head down the section. AJ St. Mary's going to take advantage. He'll slide to the inside, the 111J. He'll take that spot away. That is for spot number 3 as they come off turn number 4. Now Steve Smith, last week's feature winner, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Smith looks to the inside. The number 16 drives right up through the bottom. Got really loose in the middle of turn number 2, so AJ St. Mary will drive right back to the outside as they work off turn number 2 down the back. Travis Berkman will settle into spot number 4 as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Greenfield out in front of the field, going to bring him off the north end of the racetrack, down the front stretch. Steve Smith going to look to the inside. Good battle front off the field. Greenfield able to hold him off into turn number 1 and 2. Steve Smith looks right in his back bumper. They'll let you turn number 2 down the back. They will head. AJ St. Mary continue to hold the 3rd spot right in front of the Travis Berkman. Number 88. Now AJ St. Mary switches lines, goes all the way to the bottom. And just as I said, they drifts all the way to the outside of the racetrack. And AJ St. Mary has some problems on the 111J over in turn number 4. St. Mary's going to give up a lot of real estate down to turn number 1 this time as the rest of the field is going to drive right by him underneath. I think AJ St. Mary's got a left front tire that's gone south on him as he is slow over in turn number 2. Parallel flags coming out this time off turn number 4. Battle shading up front of the field. Tim Greenfield brings him down the front stretch. Inside the racetrack. Steve Smith's going to look to the outside. AJ St. Mary is headed back towards the pit area in the 111J. So Greenfield to the inside. Steve Smith just drove by on the outside. Smith looking for the lead as they come to the white flag. Steve Smith will be your leader down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll work through the middle of the racetrack. Smith now just to the outside. Greenfield chases him. Then it's Tyler Collette. As they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch, nose to tail. They head down to turn number 1 and 2. Final time off turn number 2. Steve Smith with about a 5-car advantage launches down the back stretch. Greenfield chasing him. Travis Berkman trying to close that gap. And then Tyler Collette chasing them. And they go to turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag coming out off turn number 4. Steve Smith going to score the win. Battle for the number 2 spot, side by side. Travis Berkman down to the inside. He'll pick up spot number 2. Third spot's going to go to Tim Greenfield. And then Tyler Collette's going to end up rounding out the field. And rolling off turn number 4. Number 14B is Scott Duffy, who's an inside row. Number 1 outside him, that'll be Jared Gilson in the 22J. Justin Burns, the 11J. And Tony Pops St. Mary is in the number 111J. And rounding out the field, your points leader in the number 22, that is Tony Frezzo. Tony Frezzo, your points leader, coming into the lane with 502 points. AJ St. Mary second with 422. Jared Gilson 394. Steve Smith 386. Justin Burns going to round out the top 5 with 366. He's followed by Tyler Collette, Scott Duffany, Kevin Duffany, Justin Pope, Tim Greenfield rounding out the top 10. Get 6 laps will be the distance. 3 cars will qualify. The rest will just follow them into tonight's feature lineup for the Marshall Gibbons CLC Real Estate Thunder Stocks. Off turn number 4, green flag is in the air. Why not? Stack them up, 5 cars, slide down the front stretch. Tony Frezzo just went from last to first on the front stretch. They work off turn number 2. He'll take him down the back stretch. Justin Burns down to the number 2 spot. Jared Gilson holding on to that 3rd position, followed by the Scott Duffany, number 14D. And then Tony Pops St. Mary in the 111. If they work off turn number 4, score lap number 1 down the front stretch. Frezzo, your leader, right through the middle of the racetrack. Justin Burns trying to close that gap. Side-by-side battle now for the number 3 spot. Shaping up over in turn number 2. 1 car slow over here in turn number 4. That is the 22 of Jared Gilson. He's going to bring out the caution. Caution flag will wave for the 22 of Jared Gilson. So yellow flag is out.
First one tonight.
Yep.
Getting the field doubled up once again behind the Bob Johnson Auto Group Can-Am Speedway pace truck. Next time around we will get ready to go back to green flag racing action. Track safety lights going off. Tom Martin, normally over in the thin area the last couple of weeks, driving our pace truck here for us. And again, at the controls of that beautiful pickup down the back stretch, he will pull off right about now. Okay, now. Okay, now. There. Thanks, Leonard. Yeah. Michael Clare is going to look at one where they work off turn at number 4 one more time, waiting for your leader. Tony Frezzo to step on the throttle. He'll drive to the outside, bring it down the front stretch. Frezzo down to turn number 1 and 2. They work off turn number 2 this time. Justin Burns continue to hold the number 2 spot down the back stretch. Pop St. Mary chases him. Then it is the 14D of Scott Duffany and the 22 of Jared Gilson as they swing into the north end of the racetrack. Field starting to stretch out a little bit off turn number 4. Frezzo trying to distance himself out in front of this field. Early going. Now to turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get out to about a 5-car advantage in front of Justin Burns as they exit turn number 2 down the back. This last time by was 1.19 seconds out in front of the field. We'll keep an eye on that distance as they come across the line next time by as he continues to stretch that distance out in front. Cross flags are out. We are halfway home past the stripe. Tony Frezzo continuing to show the way. Stretching out that lead advantage down the backstretch, almost a quarter of the straightaway lead now out in front of Justin Burns, the 11J, and then the 111 of Pop St. Mary, and then it's Jared Gilson getting in front of the 14B of Duffany as they battle into turn number 3 and 4. Tony Frezzo just stretching this thing out in front of the field down the backstretch. One car out of shape, that is Pop St. Mary. He's going to get it back underneath the saddle, though. And he'll stay clean and green down the back. Just gave up a lot of real estate to Justin Burns, number 11J. They're working to turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be waving this time off the north end. Fresno again stretching out that lead advantage out in front of this field. Down to turn number 1 and 2. Justin Burns leads the 10th. And it is the number 111 of Pop St. Mary, followed by Jared Gilson and the 14D of Scott Duffany. The field is headed to the north end. Checkered flag will be waving. Tony Fresno sets it on cruise control off turn number 4. He's going to score the win down in front. He'll be followed by by Justin Burns in the 11J. That is the 111 of Pop St. Mary, the 22 of Jared Gilson, and the 14.